guys, I'm Ferrari here at High Point University with Prowler the Panther. And we're going to check out what U.S. News & World Report ranked first among up-and-coming baccalaureate universities. Let's go. You ready? Come on, let's just get High Point University is located in High Point, North Carolina, close to major cities, 2 hours from the mountains, and 3 hours from beaches. The High Point campus is over 230 acres of gorgeous modern facilities infused with historic brick buildings. There are numerous fountains, perfectly manicured lawns, and bronze sculptures throughout the campus.
There are approximately 4,200 undergraduate students at HPU, while 60% of the student population is female.
More than 70% of the students come from out of state, and these flags represent 50 countries they come from.
The average HP student has around an unweighted GPA of 3.4, an ACT score of 24, and an SAT score close to 1110 for the math and critical reading section. Tuition for all incoming students is roughly $45,000. This represents a comprehensive cost which includes tuition and fees, room and board, dining plan, and some impressive amenities including the HPU Cultural Enrichment Series.
Tyler and I are planning a road trip and we were hoping that we could borrow a GPS.
Of course.
So we don't get lost. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We're totally going to find a way now, right? Let's do it.
We believe that every food facility ought to be a restaurant, it ought to be beautiful, but it ought to be connected to a value. We have a steakhouse, for example, it's connected as a learning lab, teaching our students about etiquette, about protocol, because you can lose out on an interview if you do something wrong in front of a prospective employer.
HPU also models generosity through the kiosk and ice cream trucks on campus, which give away goodies for students in a rush. They believe a happy student is a focused student.
If you're a student, you should really visit the campus and you should get a feel for it. It's all about where you feel comfortable, and I think High Point takes a lot of strides to make their students feel comfortable and feel as if they're very important. And when you're in an environment where you feel important, that's where you strive most. That's what I feel, at least.
There are more than 60 majors available at High Point University. Among the most popular is interior design, which was recently ranked one of the top 10 interior design programs in the country by Design Intelligence Journal. Some of the other top majors are business, communication, biology, education, and psychology, plus 9 pre-professional programs and 7 graduate programs, including an MBA and 5-year master's program in strategic communication and elementary education.
Dr. Nito Cobain's seminar was very beneficial to me. It taught me things that my parents or any other professor would never have taught me. It was more of a hands-on listening, how to manage money, how to manage time, things that would all be implemented into your college life. So it really helped me give a kickstart to my High Point University experience.
Well, as a history professor, you can't get any better to do 20th century history than North Carolina, particularly when you want to talk about things like the Civil Rights Movement. Greensboro, right down the road, was in one of the first places that they had sit-ins. And so for my students to be in a place that's surrounded by contemporary history makes teaching much easier.
The multi-billion-dollar industry of game design is a newer program at High Point. Right now I'm in a lab where students are getting hands-on experience for the real world. And I'm about to star in my very own video game as a champion boxer. Look at Duke's up. High Point's emphasis on real-world training has provided students with some pretty amazing experiences outside of the classroom. In 2010, students got to ring the closing bell on Wall Street, and they are given the opportunity to intern with some big-name companies like Bloomberg Financial and NYC.
You can see students light up the moment you get them in the lab doing research on their own. And so as much as possible, I try to equip them, teach them the techniques, and then encourage them to find interesting, doable projects to work on.
HPU employs 200 full-time faculty members, and 78% hold a doctoral degree or terminal degree. The student-to-faculty ratio is 14:1.
Most of my professors, they do have a background also in industry, so it's very nice that they already have those connections with a lot of different corporations and research groups, and every week they're talking about a different internship or something like that we can participate in.
My smaller class size is incredible. Being below 30 people, my high school was really small, so I was looking for a small college, and I knew that I could get that one-on-one interaction with all my professors.
The High Point Panthers compete in the NCAA Division I level with 13 athletic teams and are members of the Big South Conference. Can you believe these dorms are on a college campus? There are 15 to choose from, all of which are either brand new or newly renovated. Students have a place to lounge nearby, whether they choose hammocks or the pool.
At High Point University, we have over 100 organizations that students can get engaged in. Everything for every taste and every desire and every interest focus. But students have to step up and get engaged. They can be in Greek life, they can be in service organizations, and or in academic organizations. We have so many of those. It's very easy to get engaged, as is demonstrated by our fall to spring retention of almost 96%.
The weekend trips through the Outdoor Activity Center are incredible. There are ziplining trips, whitewater trips, mountain biking trips, and they all camp in the woods, and it's all student fees, and then also the Student Government Association helps to pay for those. And so about 30 students every trip get to go on these incredible trips and have the surrounding areas brought to them.
Well, Prowler and I are going to hit the road. You should definitely plan a trip to High Point University. I'm Ferrari with University TV. This is Prowler with High Point, and we'll see you later.